Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be setting the fire alarm off. So we're going to do some pork chops, or a pork chop, with, I don't want to call it its proper name because it's really poncy. Petit pois à la francaise. French peas. So first job, I'm going to seal this off. You want to get it from your butcher. If there's a little bit of bone in it, doesn't matter, you can always remove that or get your butcher to remove it for you. It's important that you keep the fat on but take the rind off. So you want the skin off because it's chewy and not very nice. Season it liberally, as you know I do. Different hands, I use different hands then as to not cross-contaminate my salt. And then a bit of pepper. And it's important we render that fat down as well. So, caramelise the fat, or render it down at least. You sort of put a tiny little bit of olive oil in the pan, not loads. So you want to just caramelise it up nice and brown, you don't want it too much. And then seal this as you would seal a steak. I'm going to pop that into a tray. Onto a tray with some garlic, a little knob of butter. So that should cook in about 4 minutes, 6 minutes. So while that's in there, 180, 200, we will do our French peas. Right, so shallot, finely diced shallot, and then that goes into your pan. A little Waldania of oil. And it's important to keep this moving because you don't want it to brown, you just want to cook it sort of translucent. Brown off our baby gem lettuce. So cut it into quarters, you want to keep the heart on, the heart of the salad on. And then, sounds weird that, doesn't it? Have you had this before? Do you like it? Do you? So it might take a little bit more oil than normal, but we are just looking to brown it and wilt it a little bit. So just brown up a little bit, and then a little splash of white wine, just to deglaze. So chicken stock goes on with your wine, we'll reduce that down. A bit longer. Garlic clove crushed in there, just for flavour, we'll take that out afterwards. Peas. Turn that down now. We just want those to cook through. And then a bit of cream. And then we just want to heat that through gently. You don't want to shake the pan too much. If it goes too far, we can always add a little bit of chicken stock to let it down, and then we'll go back in with our pan-fried baby gem lettuce, and we'll just bring that up to temperature. Bit of salt. You can afford to do loads of black pepper in this. Right, for me, that's cooked. Lovely. And we're just gonna let that rest for 4 minutes, and then we can plate up because the French peas are done. It's so simple. So, peas, do you know what? I'm just gonna pour it in. There's nothing fancy about it, is there? Do you know what I mean? You know, if you're making this for 2 people, 3 people, just use a bigger pan. Nice bit of flat leaf parsley, just roughly chopped. Just run your knife through it. That goes over the top. Pork chop with French peas. Da, 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 da.